Hi, Jon Bennett here with 3 Steps to Conquering ADD ADHD. And I often get the question, why are you against ADD drugs? And some people get upset because we teach natural methods and they feel like, that we're anti-ADD drug. Well, it's not necessarily that simple. Number one, we don't condemn anybody that takes ADD drugs. That's their choice. In my case, when I was growing up, when I was younger, my brother was diagnosed with ADD. My parents didn't have a choice, really. There was nobody out there talking about how ADD could be eliminated with natural methods. For 10 years now, I've been teaching people how to do just that. And it's not stuff that I made up. This is scientific evidence out there that I just collected. It's been extremely effective. So, there's a lot of negative consequences of taking ADD drugs, and I experienced that personally. That's why I feel so strongly about this, is that there are side effects, serious side effects, not only physically, but emotionally, and that just go along with the ADD drugs. Pressures from peers to sell them the drugs. There's abuse that goes with them. Physical side effects. There's a litany of reasons why I feel, bottom line is that we're not against it, but we want people to understand that there really is another way. There's some other things you can try before you just jump in with, both feet into ADD drugs. And what's sad is that when you go to the doctor, if you don't do much research on your own, if you're just the type that kind of go to the doctor, and just assume, you're gonna find yourself taking ADD drugs right away, because that is the only way that our medical community knows how to deal with this condition. And what's interesting too is that it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, because it's a very vague diagnosis. It's all based on characteristics, and it's typically a test that you take that they ask you some questions. And on any given day, every single person in America could be considered ADD, ADHD if you look at the criteria. So that's really the reason why our kids these days are being over-medicated in terms of this condition. And what we teach at 3 Steps to Conquering ADD is that there's scientific evidence showing that a lot of the reason why we cannot focus at times is because we lack good nutrition. And there's a lot of reasons why we lack good nutrition. It goes into our modern diets and how we get our foods these days. And I go into great detail into all of these things I'm talking about in my book, 3 Steps to Conquering ADD. But the bottom line of it is really this, that we tend to lack certain vitamins and nutrients. Everybody does. And because of this lack of vitamins and nutrients, it makes it difficult for us to focus at times. In my book, The 17 Secret ADD Vitamins, I go through 17 different vitamins and minerals and nutrients that have been proven to help you focus. And that if you lack them, it makes it very difficult to focus. So basically, I wanted to address this issue that, why are you so anti-drug? It's not anti-drug. If you decide that you want and need to take the ADD drugs, that's fine. But what we're here to do is to show people, hey, that's not your only choice. That's not your only choice. There's other things you can do. It doesn't make you a bad person if you're taking ADD drugs. I don't think that. I have friends that are on ADD drugs. It's not like that at all. But what it is, hey, let's not put a Band-Aid on the real problem here. There is underlying causes of this that you can address. It may take a little bit of effort, but when you're talking about getting these vitamins and nutrients, there's supplementation. It'd take you 2 minutes a day to take a high quality absorbable vitamin, and cover your bases. And then making some smart, healthy choices in terms of what you eat will go a long way. And it's very simple, it's very common sense, but it's not very common sense, because you're not going to hear it unless you go looking for it. And we've been working very hard over the past 10 years to build this awareness about natural ADD solutions, and it's still hard to find. Other countries are catching on much more quickly. If you look at Australia, they've even put laws into place against medication for ADD, ADHD. But I hope this has addressed that question, why are you so anti-ADD drug? And I'm not. There's just a lot that goes with it that the person that doesn't do their full research is not understanding. So buyer beware. And hope this was helpful. I've got a ton of free resources on our website at 3stepsadd.com. Hope you check it out, and I'll see you around. Thank you.